Well, I got back seeding. I'm going on my last half section. There's about 285 cultivated acres in this half, and it's definitely no dust. I had to drive in across my barley there to get in. It's about a mile across the edge of the crop, but the road to come in here is just way too muddy. I never would have made it. Would have made a mess. So going to seed out this tank load here. I get about 75 acres with this blend and per fill, and then I'll have to drive back 5.5, 6 miles or whatever it is to the farm and load up with fertilizer and seed again. Well, I'm back at it down south here on some rented land of my mother-in-law's here, doing canola after 3/4 of an inch of rain the other night. So it's a little soft, but at least the top's dry so I can get into this gumbo. It's doing not too bad of a job there. So I came back to the yard to fill up, put some fertilizer in here. It's really soft down south where I'm seeding, so I'm probably going to get stuck or at least make a real mess. So yeah, it's a bit of fooling around. It's about a 5-mile drive, empty one way and then full back, and then have to go a little bit slower because you got to be careful with the full cart with fertilizer. So, but at least I'm going. Well, it's been about a month since I started seeding, so just walking out to the tractor this morning, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last day of plant 25. So now that the crop is in the ground, I can go back and look at some of the fields that I've had seeded for close to a month now. This is a wheat field, and I'm going to scout and see kind of what kind of staging it's at and what weeds are out here, and decide on when I should spray. It's a little breezy today, but not too bad compared to what we've been getting. So this wheat was seeded around the 25th or so of April. And you can kind of see where kind of the 3-leaf to 4-leaf on some of these. So it's getting close to spray timing. There's some weeds coming here and there, but not too bad. I sprayed this with Roundup and Pre-Pass Flex. So what that will do, it got what was growing at that time, plus it kind of blocks any canola coming through. So you can kind of see that guy, even though he's kind of getting ate by some flea beetles, but still he was hurting a little bit, and probably got quite a few of the really early canola volunteers on this field. So that'll help quite a bit with how clean it is. It's pretty even germination, but there's some patches even with the straw, I guess, you kind of can see out in the field, but not too bad. We had really good rain. We're at about 3 inches in the last 10 days. So it's kind of uncalled for around this area to get that kind of rain at this time of year. So it was pretty nice, and everything's off to a really good start. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. And as you can see, the weeds are growing good too. So I'm gonna have to start spraying. And right next door to that wheat is a field of canola that's been planted for about a week or so, and I have some emergence, and you can see that little flea beetle right there, eh? Right there. So yeah, they're starting to eat, but hopefully the buteo on this will help get rid of some. They're definitely feeding on it, but there's minimal damage so far. So once we get past the cotyledon stage, the 2 true leaves come, and then normally they start to grow past where the flea beetles can do damage where it might affect yield, but they're definitely on there eating, and they have to feed for the BTO to get them. So that's all part of it. You kind of have to just figure out kind of how much damage before you would ever consider spraying it. So, but they're definitely out here eating. You can see them quite a bit. There's some more of those buggers. So yeah, they're definitely feeding. There's fairly good emergence. There's quite a few plants, so that helps too. If you get sparse kind of germination, it can really be bad once you get flea beetles, because then your numbers can drop pretty quick, because they have less to feed on, so they feed on the plants that are there. So, but the canola is looking pretty good. It's got good moisture here down a bit. You can kind of see here, once you get down past that dry dirt, has some nice moisture underneath there, so that'll help the plants push. But yeah, typical flea beetle pressure, I guess. But just got to wait it out and see if they get any worse, but I'll keep scouting.